Oh, hey!
Hello.
Hi. Say hi.
ございます.
Okay.
I butchered that.
I'm deeply confused now.
That's Weeboo Bishop.
Yeah, no.
Oh God.
I'll show myself out.
Goodbye.
We also have C. Kohler
Hey guys.
and B-Dubs.
Hola.
And this is episode number 36 of
En
the ToonamiGAF
español.
podcast. So let's get started with the one little bit of news. So the show that replaces One Punch Man in the rerun slot is going to be Standalone Complex.
I'm never gonna see Space Dandy season 2 again.
There was a season 2?
I know. I know.
It was.
I mean, I'm looking at a season 2 Blu-ray right on my bookshelf, but yeah, I mean, I assume it's just
They still have the rights.
I assume it's just like an empty box.
I mean, they own the rights to it. I'm just wondering how come they're never using it. You know?
Because they can use it at any time.
I guess, but I mean, it was always really popular. It might bump up the, ratings at the back end.
Do you guys think that that this is coming back because of the live action movie?
Probably.
Yes.
That's what I think too.
Most likely. Yeah. I won't be surprised if they promote it.
Oh, definitely.
Or maybe.
I bet that's happening. Yeah.
I also think they're showing it because they're not going to really have something good to rerun for a while. Like it's literally just gonna be Gundam.
Is it like 24 episodes or?
Well, I mean, I get standalone. Assuming it's just the first core, it's like 24 episodes.
Yeah.
But if they may show the second one too, like a year of standalone complex at the end.
I think they only own the second season outright, though.
Oh.
But they specifically said standalone complex, right?
Yeah, but they didn't specify which one.
Second gig or not?
Well, if it doesn't have, if they didn't say second gig, then it must mean standalone complex, right?
I mean, maybe. Should probably have asked.
That's a good question to ask them. Actually,
they are doing that. They are doing another question round on that pre-flight in January.
We should ask DeMarco on his Ask FM if it wasn't deactivated.
We should.
Yeah. It's deactivated. We still don't know why.
I mean, take a wild guess.
I already know why. Where's Bleach? Why did you cancel Bleach?
That's exactly why.
I like Sarah's new body.
Oh, by the way, Naruto will never end.
Oh yeah, I heard they're not doing filler, but they're adapting the novels apparently.
They're doing Boruto.
And the novels too.
You mean Bort?
Which, I mean, at least that's something, that people want to see,
I'll tell you what, I'm actually mildly interested in Bort.
I'm not. I read chapters 1 and 2 and I'm like, no, I can do without this. The novels I'm interested in because that's mostly focused on, specific characters and whatnot. There's a Shikamaru one, there's a Kakashi one, there's a Hinato one, it looks like it's what it should have been doing in the first place instead of focusing so much on plot, focusing on, the characters and what they're up to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a given that we're doing that for sure. I mean, they're definitely doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
2026.
But so that's like Naruto Shippuden anime, but they're also doing a different anime for Boruto.
Yes.
Which means that actually Naruto Shippuden will end.
Yeah, but what if
eventually?
What if Toonami's like, you know what? We don't need to keep going on Shippuden. Let's just go to Boruto.
I would laugh.
Oh boy!
But it's gotta be
100 episodes.
Right? No.
I mean, maybe once they've. Well, the problem is that Shippuden is delaying, showing the ending of the series to do all this filler. Right?
Yeah. No, they're going to do the ending of the series, and then they're going to adapt the books,
No, what I've heard,
And then
they
it's
did
ending.
they did the final battle,
Yeah.
and they're adapting the novels, and
Yeah,
then they're gonna do the last chapter,
yeah, that's what
which is ridiculous.
I figured it was.
Right.
Reminder: Naruto ended in 2014.
Kill me.
Ooh. Studio Perot. Well,
It
At least
good
they
thing
got through with it.
must be
But-
a real moneymaker.
Yeah. Apparently it
Everything's-
is.
Everything's a moneymaker when you stretch it out to,
But
Speaking of which, there's another Shonen Jump manga that was announced for an anime produced by Studio Perot.
oh god.
Could possibly be on Toonami.
no,
Black Clover?
please God, no.
There apparently Black Lagoon is coming back. As the manga is coming back in the spring. Apparently he's finally finished the next volume. So that's going to be coming out, and there'll be hopefully another completed arc to get adapted.
I mean, if anyone in the industry still cares about, an anime adaptation of Black Lagoon.
Oh, come on. It's way too cool. They have
I
to.
heard Madhouse still, wants to continue it. They're just taking their time until there's more content. But being a Berserk and Hunter x Hunter, we'll see what happens.
But no, Black Clover, by the way, is just the most generic thing ever. Like, even more generic than Fairy Tail.
Like, what
Yeah,
I
I've
wish
heard.
they would adapt is Siren.
I think the time has passed for Siren.
I know, but it was so cool.
It came and it got canceled.
It didn't get canceled. They were like just at the ending, and then they're like, okay, wrap it up.
Yeah, so Bleach syndrome.
As opposed to Bleach, where he was like, I can write for 8 years, and they were like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Not these sales numbers.
Yeah, no, this one, they were basically like, oh, you're at the ending? Can you wrap it up a little quicker than you thought you could? I think it was because Hunter x Hunter was coming back, and they wanted to free up a spot.
No.
I don't remember the timing exactly.
August and Hunter x Hunter hasn't come back. I guess Togashi said there's going to be a Dragon Quest 11, which got a trailer.
It'll probably come back for 12 chapters in 2020.
Oh, Togashi.
At what point? Why does a person even continue working like that when it's pretty clear he's never going to finish it?
Well, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, we did get a Dragon Ball Z, or I keep saying Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super promo this week.
Short promo.
Yeah.
It was good. I liked it.
It's going to be weird seeing Super before Boo and being like, okay, I kind of have no idea what's going on, but...
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone really noticed.
On it, but I mean, I could deal with Dragon Ball Super, but Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z Kai afterwards
Might be a bit much.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would have just not done the Boo, but I don't know. Maybe it makes a lot of ratings.
I mean, they made it specifically for the US. They couldn't not do it.
Yeah.
This and JoJo.
I mean, JoJo's ending.
Well, it's ending, but it's taking a break soon. But it's only going to leave 1 and 2 slots open.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the same time, how much really good stuff is out there right now?
There's not a whole ton that I'm dying to be on the block.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it comes down to is...
I think there are at least 2 or 3 good shows that could come to the block. I also think that the block needs to have a change up on a semi-regular basis.
Psycho soon.
I think we'll get...
Saying that should have been a dub premiere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we'll get Mob Psycho.
I'm sure they'll shove it between part 2 and part 3. And then maybe they might even take where part 3 takes a break in the middle. They might put another short show in there. Who knows?
And
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this. Maybe since co-funding Samurai Jack, it might air at 11 o'clock. I don't know if they would
Jeez.
air it at 11 o'clock. I mean, it's technically an
That'd
Adult Swim show, so
I mean, that'd be pretty crazy if they did put it there.
If we could keep 11 o'clock,
I think we'd get it for
the
Jack,
hard
and
part,
that's
right?
about
That's
it.
the question. Yeah.
I mean, unless they were going to move up, everything after Jack finishes.
Gosh,
maybe they. I mean, if maybe that might depend on Super's ratings.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
yeah. I actually feel like the fact that they're sticking Super at 8 o'clock makes me think even more now that Samurai Jack wouldn't even be part of the late night block.
It could be at 8:30. Yeah.
I
Well,
know.
it was specifically announced with the Toonami label.
Well,
Yeah.
so was Super though.
I mean, it's still Super is coming to Toonami and also regular Adult Swim
Yeah, it's just
because it's so big that it's too big for Toonami alone.
the thing I think will save it, as in it will be on Toonami, is that they've been making a lot of talk about the fact that it's going to be darker,
Yeah.
and so they would want to show it later. I think.
Makes sense.
Well, I think they could show that they could do what they're doing with Super and air it at 8:30, then have a rerun at 11.
Hmm.
I could probably see that working.
Well, like I said last week, I hope they don't do that too much because kind of, there's a lot of us. Actually, I was going to say this also last week, but like it is a bummer that there will be people in the thread who have already seen the episode because it showed at 8. But I mean, that's true of any show really that's already been available. So I guess it's not that different.
No, I mean, we've all basically seen a lot of the stuff.
Well, no, yes and no. But then there's people like me who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But then that's okay because I'm not going to watch it at 8. I'm going to wait until I see it at 11:30. So.
Yeah, if anyone watches the 8 o'clock showing, they're going to be banished from the thread forever.
They could go to the Super thread in OT.
Aw. Gonna get rid of that.
It's only 3 hours, no, 4-ish hours. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not as fun without the group.
No, it's not.
Like,
It's
watches are
better
the
that
funnest.
way. Like, I actually haven't watched much of it at all. So,
Well, good.
I haven't watched any.
I mean, I've watched the 2 movies, so I basically know what the first 2 arcs are.
Yeah, apparently those are the worst parts.
Because they're just rehashing it at that point.
Yeah.
You say worse though, but I think you just mean only because it isn't new. I don't think it's bad. Right?
Well, I don't think they're generally regarded very well, on their own, and they're generally regarded to be, to present the same events worse than the movies.
You mean Battle of Gods?
Yeah.
The Battle of Gods arc and Resurrection X arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they kind of stretch it out to like 10 episodes each, I believe.
About.
I mean, it was perfectly fine in the movie.
Yeah.
But
like if they
It was like
hadn't
an hour and a half.
hadn't been like movie recap arcs, then they might have been better received. But in a world where the movies exist, it's like, well, this is just clearly inferior to another thing that shows the exact same events.
I think my impressions are going to be pretty interesting then because I haven't seen the movies.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see it only as it was presented in Super, and it might be fine to me. I don't know.
Right.
I've got to recommend watching the movies first because I think that's how it's supposed to be seen.
Really?
I just prefer it that way. So, well, either way is fine if you want to go. But I just prefer.
Well, everything I'm hearing from you guys is that if I watch the movies first, the TV show won't be as good. I'd rather
that's
watch
just
the
what I
TV
hear.
show and have it be better if I don't watch the movie.
Well, you might have a different opinion. There might be different appreciation for the movie and the TV show. But
I mean, apparently the TV show does a bit to set up the 3rd arc. So
I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm not going to watch the movie. I'm going to watch it all on the Super because I wanted my reactions to be genuinely new. Like, I don't know anything that's going to happen.
Right.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay.
I think that's more interesting for me.
And it's still the same voice cast. I believe Android 18 is still being played by someone help me out here.
Well, you know, who was it? Last week, Moradin said it was a different Android 18.
Some
We're
of them
gonna get
changed.
crucified in the thread.
Well, I think that was where it changes from DBZ. It changes from like DBZ Kai to Bukai to Super.
Oh,
It like goes back and then back again.
okay.
Oh.
Bukai is where it changes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so let's move on to the block with Dragon Ball Z Kai. Dragon Ball Z Kai episode 98, Peace for the Future. The spirit of Goku is forever, and forever breaking King Kai's house.
Kai ain't never gonna get a new house.
Poor King Kai.
He
must be made of
didn't deserve this shit. He saved the Earth, and then Goku blows up his house.
I didn't want to die, and now I'm stuck here with this idiot.
Fuck, why me? But so this episode is basically just Trunks going back to the future and it's just styling on the androids in Cell.
Yeah.
You gotta go back, Trunks.
It was really funny how like there's just this whole like well, we got to wrap everything up now, and oh, don't forget the future's still messed up in his timeline, so we got to fix that before we can end the story. So he goes back to basically it was just all kind of like pointless because you know he has to go and defeat and make the future good.
Yeah.
It happens so fast.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least he gets stronger and can actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
their bodies.
They're so outclassed. It's just like I win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke.
And Cell, he's just like, I know exactly what corner you're going to come out of and exactly when you're going to do it.
Nani?
God.
Apparently in the future, Android 18 is a big gamer. She kept talking about video games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we also know from the previous week that, you know, she's just, I forget how to pronounce it.
Tsundere.
Yeah, that.
I think that happened later. You said after Cell pooped her out, she turned into Tsundere.
Yeah. Like, she got pooped out, and then all of a sudden it's, you know.
I'll tell you, you'd be pretty mad too.
Yeah, I know, but
well, she got thrown up. What, he vomited her out?
Something like that.
he pooped her out.
Gohan's just running around catching whale sharks in the river now.
Why not?
Yeah, this was an episode of. Had it not been for the whole timey-wimey go back to the future thing,
yeah,
it would have been like just basically a montage of like, oh, yeah, everything's back to normal, or this is the way the world is now.
Good enough.
Lots of montages.
Mr. Satan can still break a lot of plates.
He can break more plates now.
But he can't get that.
He's the strongest.
He can't get that last one.
But he been training.
Cell can break those plates.
God.
I miss the same voice sucks. So.
That's a good one though.
I know.
Mr. Satan, remember when you broke all those plates and had Cell quaking in his boots?
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I get it's the joke. I know it's the joke that he's like, you know, a phony and everything, but
He's Hogan.
I can't. I just hate. I hate the whole news media of this world being so gullible. Bothers me. They're all like, "Oh, he really beat Cell." I'm like, anybody with half a brain could tell that he did not do jack.
Well, they weren't there. What do they know?
Well, I think he can make. I think he can make alternate universe Earth great again. So we should probably elect him president of the Earth.
I think this would
His
work.
name Mr. Satan, after all.
Oh,
Yeah.
President Satan.
Has a nice ring to it.
That's gonna be the next. That's gonna be like the fifth arc in Super. Is Gohan's got to try and sabotage Mr. Satan's presidential campaign.
Oh boy.
He's in Super, isn't he? I think he's in the opening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
he's in Dragon Ball Forever.
President Satan is the tentative episode title.
I like it.
Oh God.
I like
No,
it.
King. He'd technically be king.
Yeah, but we didn't-
Okay, King President Satan.
Yeah, because they have a
Yeah.
dog.
Oh no, President King Satan.
Yeah,
Kind
'cause
of
right
going
now-
on. It's the King Bradley thing.
Yeah, because right now they're ruled by a dog who is blue. No, he's a blue dog, and that's who's in charge.
He's a blue dog Democrat? Dang.
No, he's actually a blue
President
dog.
McGruff. Yeah.
He's blue. He has blue fur, and he's a dog.
Yeah, he's the guy who couldn't remember that there were Satans that saved the world, and that Piccolo was almost destroyed the world.
And then Goku saved the world.
Right.
I mean, Goku
A
was
couple
completely
of times.
different. I mean,
Like he met Goku before, and he couldn't remember his ass. Like
That boy
what
looks
kind of
familiar.
dumbass is in charge of this world? This blue dog can't
Same
remember
hair.
shit.
Pretty sure if someone saved the world, everyone in the world will remember that guy.
And yet, there's nothing. It's like
Well,
everyone. It was like that was the gas leak.
They
year.
do all their world saving in the middle of fucking nowhere. So
No, when Goku saved the world, he was a little kid and he did it in front of the fucking king's castle. Like in the middle of the
Yeah.
goddamn street. And they remember that.
No. Because the author doesn't remember.
Toriyama has better things to do than remember things.
Like there's moments where I feel like this dog almost remembers, but then he's like, no, it couldn't be.
No, that's not the same hair. It looks like it, but
This guy is blonde. You know?
Yeah, he's blonde. He's
The other kid had black hair. Like Goku's got like Goku and Gohan have like the world's best disguise because everyone's stupid.
Yeah.
it's
Like I
like
said-
they're literally Clark Kenting. I changed my hairstyle. I
Yeah,
have
no.
no idea who you are.
Right.
Who is this mysterious blonde delinquent?
The
Who is the savior?
the episode ends on like the weirdest note where like it's just like the music plays. We hear Dragon Soul Japanese version again, and then finally at the very end you just hear Goku go, "See ya," and that's how it ends.
And
So
that's
good.
it.
And there's this random montage
See you
of
in-
like filler they just
see you in
didn't
2
give a
weeks.
shit about.
Yeah, because I remember that being a pretty decent arc. And they're like, no, we're not going to bother with this. Like they took
man,
out
I kind of
saw Pecan. You know,
they took out all the filler and didn't even leave in the good stuff. Like they should have left in that one and Goku and Piccolo learning to drive cars.
it's like I want to see Goku fight other dead people.
Yeah, I want to see him learning to drive a car with Piccolo.
Speaking of dead
but then
people,
Yu Yu Hakusho.
no. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1.
The end.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Episode 9, The Final Ripple. Okay, so, Caller, how are you expecting the Part 1 to end?
Well, I don't even remember exactly what happened. Okay, so no, I did not expect JoJo to die. I did not expect that. It felt like, I guess they did a pretty good job of tricking me. I mean, the episode was winding down. I knew Dio was going to survive, but I didn't expect him to just flat out attack him a la Futurama head in the jar style.
He's like, pops out of the coffin, Happy New Year, I'm Dick Clark's head.
So I just knew that, like, I thought that JoJo would be like an older man later in the series, but I guess he's dead. And I don't know. I mean, it was good. I mean, I like the whole bit with Arena, and yeah, it was good. It was the whole like holding onto the head, as the ship went down was a little weird. I mean, I don't blame him for doing it, to take Dio with him, but he did it in kind of like you're my friend. I'm like, that dude's crazy, dude. He's never liked you.
Never.
It's like, Dio, you may be evil, but we were still raised together as brothers. And Dio's like, you idiot.
I killed your dog.
Dio's like, I fucking hate you.
I killed your dog. I killed your father. I kissed your wife.
Right.
Oh.
I did notice that his like little henchmen, they call him like Wang Chen or something like that, but it's supposed to be like Wang Chung, I think.
Oh, you weren't having
like
fun tonight.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's originally Wayne group that's saying everybody has fun tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a pretty good song, dude.
Yeah. I can't remember much else. What else happened? I mean, I know that Arena saved the baby, and then the baby ended up being the father of the next guy we'll talk about. So
Right.
Correct. Well, no. Okay, so there's the baby she saved, and there's the baby she's pregnant with.
was it even mentioned that she was pregnant?
Yes, she
At the
was
very
like,
end, yeah.
I somehow know that I'm pregnant.
Okay.
I can feel it.
Oh yeah,
Jonathan
when
got
she's on the
busy.
boat at the very end. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, so the baby she's pregnant with is Joseph's father.
Okay.
More on the other baby later.
Interesting.
But no, but I liked how at the docks there were just like these two random characters who we've never seen before, but they clearly have like crazy designs. Like they're not nobodies, but they just stand there and do nothing.
Right.
Brother Sticks. Everyone knows him.
Yeah, no, Styx is my dude.
You want to make sure to sail away. Let's sail away.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
Is that because they're sailing away?
They sure sailed away.
Yeah.
Oh, they sailed away. Right. Actually, only Arena sailed away at the very end.
Yeah.
And so Arena and the baby escape death in the world's most, explosion-proof coffin.
Oh, definitely. Well, I mean, Dio had to survive it with the lock on the inside.
I like that he had his little monologue about they made sure it was clear that this is not like an ordinary coffin. This is a super protective coffin.
Yes.
Just so that you would know that she could escape in it.
And she saved the baby.
Yeah.
The baby.
Well, like she was like, man, I just want to die. Man, I don't want to save this baby.
Save the baby.
Fuck this baby.
And then
And Jonathan was like, seriously, save the fucking baby. It'll be very important.
So important.
So important. But this was actually a pretty ballsy move by Araki, because this around 1987 is when Phantom Blood ended. So for him to kill off the main character, I'm pretty sure his editors told him, "No, Araki Sensei, don't kill off Jonathan." He just did it anyway, which is a really risky move, and it paid off.
Yep.
Imagine if JoJo's Bizarre Adventure got canceled because of this. It would have been drastic change in history, but
Oh, yeah.
it paid off amazingly.
Yeah.
One day, you woke up in a world where JoJo's Bizarre Adventure never existed.
No.
We probably wouldn't have Yu-Gi-Oh, Hunter x Hunter. One Piece would probably be different.
I mean, we might have these things. I think they got more from Dragon Ball than anything else.
I mean, One Piece is clearly, this is Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. And to sidetrack to Dragon Ball again, the part where Goku dies in the Cell game when Toriyama seemed like he's trying to set up going to be the new main character, it seemed like he might have taken a little bit of a play from JoJo with that. He didn't carry through with that, so
like he almost did it
because they both ran it at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I think what JoJo does really well is that it keeps everything fresh by constantly switching up setting and characters and all of that stuff, which, so, even if it is going to be on the show for a while, generally the only thing that's going to be the same from thing to thing is the basic mechanics and the art style. Everything else is going to be different.
Well,
You
I
know?
don't know much about JoJo, but I get the impression that it was planned that Joe would die.
I mean, it
Oh
had to
yeah,
be.
yeah, of course.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
you
sure
don't
he
just
planned it, but I'm pretty sure.
you don't just decide on a whim to kill the main character and just kind of soft reset with a whole new story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
something you
especially
do.
considering
For
that's how
Rocky,
it started, basically, with this like other character named JoJo, technically. So it was pretty
Yeah.
clear from the beginning that he was going to go down this road of like having a repetition or something. So
Right.
yeah. But over Rocky, he can kind of drop something a little bit sometimes, but I think he planned out from the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah. No. I mean, I was reading some of the stuff that was posted, and it's pretty clear he planned it out from the beginning. You know, the idea was that he'd make, this JoJo sort of like the good, like the ultimate good guy, and then have everything else go out from there in terms of the next JoJo is going to have more of a character and, that sort of thing. Like, it does feel a little bit like reading through it all that he had come up with all the characters and stuff for Battle Tendency before he actually did with Stone Mask or Phantom Blood.
Mhm.
Well, at least in terms of
Yeah, I think
JoJo himself.
I think he had those characters developed in his head for like way through Phantom Blood. He
Yeah.
was already developing the next arc.
hmm
But
Well,
this episode was phenomenal ending. Like I know a lot of people don't really like part one a lot, but I like it. It's generally
It's
a
good.
fun
I
9
mean,
episodes.
yeah, I mean, it's short. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a lot of fun. It has really fun characters, and I think people's complaints are mostly because it's not part two and three,
or
you
four,
know,
or
or
five, or
four,
six,
or
or seven,
six,
or
or
eight.
seven, or eight, or JoJo Leon, or whatever.
well, I mean, it's interesting you guys say that because I have something to say about the next episode in regards to that, but I'll save it once we're ready.
Okay, then, well, let's talk about next episode.
Moving
JoJo's
on.
Bizarre Adventure. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Episode 10, New York's JoJo.
Yay!
Fucking
So-
Joseph Joestar!
Do not fuck with this guy. He's crazy.
Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
It probably was.
So I thought this episode was pretty fun, and it's not like I didn't see it coming that there would be a reboot. I didn't
Mhm.
know that it would happen like in 1938. I thought that was interesting, but
Yeah.
but what I was getting at was like everybody keeps talking about like, oh yeah, part two is so much better than part one. I know I've only seen one episode, but I gotta say, so
Yeah.
far it feels about the same.
Right, but I mean, you have to remember that sort of the ending of part one is the baseline, of what to expect.
I mean, it was cool that he pulled out the Tommy gun and the like this. Even the sidebar villains in this episode were drawn ridiculously, like way over the top, like the fat pig cop guy,
Oh,
and
no
then
doubt.
like the mobster guy or whatever that was in the restaurant, like over the top, more so than even in the previous episodes we've seen. But like again, I just so far it doesn't feel that much different. It's just a little different, I guess.
Right.
So, in this episode, we just kind of get like the defining aspects of Joseph going forward is that one, he's kind of like the Sherlock Holmesy guy of like, I know everything about you just from one look.
Yeah,
He's also, very hot-blooded.
Oh yeah,
I like
mean
that.
it's basically an entire episode of him beating the shit out of people for slights.
Yeah. Like, he
it-
doesn't give a fuck.
It's funny how we go from Jonathan Joestar, who was voiced by the guy who felt like number one, to Joseph Joestar, who is number one.
Yeah.
Get it? Because Bleach has the number one this thing on? Hello.
Yeah.
We got it.
You mentioned
tell you-
Bleach, and everyone was kind of like,
Whatever.
I'll tell you though, my big bummer. They killed Speedwagon.
I know.
That is not
Speedwagon
cool.
is
No.
he was the ultimate bro. He could have hung out with them and done bro things.
I mean, I guess it's cool that he got to be like a rich oil tycoon guy. That's kind of cool.
I mean, he got a good ending outside of being betrayed
But,
and murdered.
So far, having Straight So be like this villain, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Maybe he won't be the main villain because clearly, like Dio or something,
he's not.
growing.
He's not. Spoilers.
I figured as much.
He's not.
But
The main villain
nonetheless.
is much more spectacular.
right. But I just felt like it was kind of out of nowhere that he was like evil and whatever.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
He pulled a heel
it
turn.
wasn't foreshadowed very well in the last arc.
right.
And his motivation is basically, I'm not pretty anymore.
Yeah, and it was basically, look how fabulous Dio is. I want to be fabulous like Dio.
What they should have done, and I thought they were going to do this as I was watching it, is that when Speedwagon took Straight So to that chamber where I don't know what's going on there. I'm interested to find out why there is like a body growing on this something. I don't know what it is. And then all those masks. Anyway, I thought he was going to go in there and like Straight So was going to get like hypnotized or going to be like possessed, and that would make him evil.
Right.
But it turns out he's just evil.
Like he was evil from the start.
Right, apparently.
Yeah.
He had a change of heart because he's older now. He doesn't like aging.
He wants to be like Dio.
And there's literally just like 5,000 stone masks just lying around this chamber. It's like, haha, the entirety of part 1 based around one stone mask. Here's 5,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I also love. Okay, so I love the fact that
Hello?
Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
I think he died.
Oh no, they got
everyone's
him.
here.
Straight
go,
killed him.
Say that again.
In
What?
dire straits.
Did Street So get you?
You're in some real dire. You're in
What?
some real dire straits right now, Grex.
Can you not hear me?
We can.
Now we can.
We
Oh,
can hear you now.
whatever. Anyway, so Joseph, what? Everyone likes how Joseph fucking up that guy in the restaurant is basically a fake Tumblr story down to the rest of the patrons clapping.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's one of the reasons I love Joseph so much. And you see in the first episode, he's so observant. He's the most observant character we have on the block.
He's also kind of like an anti-hero because he, like, when it was shown him in the plane earlier and he was like, I don't care, kill him. He was kind of like a jerk.
Yeah, whatever.
Couldn't be
He just wanted to
bothered.
read his comic, man.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to chill, and you're harsh and is mellow, and so he crashes the entire fucking airplane.
I do like that he's got like this, like, he will protect, what's he call her? Granny Arena?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll do everything to protect her, which I think is pretty cool.
But Granny Arena basically said, "Hey, fuck up that guy, but don't get blood on anyone."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Arena got
Be up
really
this racist.
fucking hard. Like Arena got hard after other JoJo died.
Yeah.
Like she got hardcore.
So again, no spoilers or anything, but it seems really like interesting to me and out of place that like we have not seen his mother or his father at all.
Well, they did.
I know they're dead, but it's just like weird that we just skip a whole generation here.
Well, they weren't special.
Early on in JoJo, it's kind of got this greatness skips generations thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I thought maybe they were going to be revealed later, but I don't know.
No, they're just lame.
And we're introduced to Smokey, who is basically this part Speedwagon, who's voiced by Robbie Damon, aka Propto.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
As
He
same
looks
voice actor.
like Paco or whatever that kid's name was. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he does kind of look a little bit like him.
Yeah.
come along, Black Poco.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think it's deliberate. And he said, looks like it's deliberate.
But no, Smokey thought he was living in the real world, but he was actually living in the JoJo world.
You should
where
have known
Tommy
better.
where Tommy guns appear from just fucking nowhere.
Just nowhere.
Also,
Like,
his name
where
is
the hell
also
did he
another.
pull that out from? Like, how far up his own ass did he have to reach to find that thing?
Don't question Harmon.
He don't even know how to use that shit properly yet. He's just pulling That's why he's pulling Tommy guns out his ass.
Like, this is the first episode, and already he's pulling stuff that's so ridiculous. The characters are like, "What the fuck?"
Hold on. Hold it. B-dubs, you just said something that's not the impression I got at all.
What?
Like, apparently he's
he's a
naturally
natural.
gifted. Yeah.
Like he's a natural at it. He can do it, but he doesn't like know anything about it.
He has no formal training.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, he has the genes for it, but he hasn't been trained.
But I mean,
Like-
he's good enough to use a Coca-Cola to blast somebody with it.
Yeah.
So I guess he knows something.
Yeah, I mean, he knows a bit. It's just one of those things that, you know.
He needs a trainer.
Yeah, but who the hell's going to train him at this point? That all the hormone users just got wrecked,
I don't know, man.
except straights.
Right. So
I don't know, man. More on this and later in part 2.
Cool. And
We're not getting into spoilers on this part
well,
yet.
no, we still keep roundabout, and it's a different art this time.
No.
It's the same thing, but it's a different part of the
Song.
not
yes.
only of the song, but of the wall that it was going around.
Yeah,
Because,
it's going vertically now.
Yeah, because part 1 was going horizontally to the left, and now it's going up.
Yeah, and also, I had watched the openings and endings to this show before it came on Toonami, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
And I know what you guys are talking about, where like part 2 plays a different part of Roundabout in the ending, but that did not happen this week. It was the same exact version of the ending song that we've been hearing.
They do have an alternate that shows up later.
They changed it a little bit.
All right.
And you notice how Jonathan's given his hormone energy to Joseph in the ending, which I think is a nice touch. It's passing on the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like
part
more
2.
great JoJo. So
Yeah, part 2 started off with a bang.
Literally.
So excited for the upcoming weeks.
we're in like the 1930s now.
Yep.
Yep.
World War II is about to happen. Little do they know.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not gone well.
And so, well, I guess we should move on to Hunter x Hunter.
Yay.
Hunter x Hunter episode 32, a surprising win, if you're an idiot and don't know how stories go.
I must be an idiot because I don't know how to do that math problem Hisoka gave out. I'm like,
Nobody knows how to do that math problem Hisoka gave out.
subtract what?
I'm deeply confused by all of this.
Isn't that like one of those really cheesy like magic tricks that you can do? Where I mean, I always remember seeing like those kits or whatever that you can be a magician, and it comes with all sorts of stuff. And like that's one of the tricks they always teach is like if you add this number and subtract this number, you always get the same number you picked. And it's like the cheesiest, lamest trick you can do. I guess they thought in this anime maybe there would be enough people who had never heard of that.
Yeah.
But so this episode was literally, the first half is the ending of the fight, and then the second half is let's explain in great detail the ending of that fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, we learned a lot. I mean, we learned about these techniques. Like we know how what's his face does his doppelganger thing.
Right.
Do
And then
we? I didn't. I missed the specific.
Castro, not Fidel.
Castro.
Just regular Castro.
Something. Actually, they didn't really. You're right. They didn't explain it that detailed, other than they just said he used Nen. But
Right.
But they did talk about these funny named techniques that Hisoka has, like bungee gum and texture surprise.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's basically like his style of Ned.
yeah. And we got to see
Stuff
him
from his
do an
childhood.
amazing rocket punch this episode.
Yeah.
Well, he cheated.
Well, Nen is always about deception. Basically, it's a better version of chakra where it's real deception.
I mean, with Nen, you're more likely to win if you know your opponent's power and they don't know your power. I mean,
Yeah.
unless the other guy is like, a ridiculously powerful old man who can completely destroy an entire world by himself. But I don't know where we're going to find one of those.
Yeah.
So I mean, this episode had more ninja shit than all of Naruto.
It really did.
That's stealing Naruto's move.
Like
And
we actually saw 3 types of Nen this episode.
Yeah.
We saw the sort of double split thing. We saw the Shadow Clone, we saw Hisoka, and we saw the Nen thread at the end.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
and
we're
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say like, and so like I kind of like how Hisoka is like the more we're learning about him now, it seems less and less like. I mean, I get it; he's super strong and super powerful, but he's also not perfect, and
Right.
it's making me like him more because up until this point, he's gotten kind of under my skin about being like the perfect bad guy and you can't touch him, and it's just like it gets old after a while. But it's nice to see that like he can't just like heal himself. He's got to have someone come in and do it.
Right. Like her specialty is healing. So,
yeah. And she apparently is a member of the Phantom Troop. And then it's revealed in a twist at the end of the episode that Hisoka is not.
Right.
It's a double twist.
Oh, yeah. Because you think he is. And then he's not.
Hunter.
I was a bit confused. I was like, yeah, of course he's a member of the Phantom Troop. Oh, wait, he's not? What? Oh.
Deeply confused.
It took me a moment to figure out what was happening there. I'm like, well, wait, why did he have that on his? Oh, because and then the announcer came on and explained it. And he's like, the narrator's like, he was really double crossing them.
It's like, just maybe in case you missed it, I know we just spent an entire half an episode explaining something, so maybe you were like, I don't know.
Well, it was useful because I actually didn't remember him having that tattoo. If they showed it before, I'd forgotten.
Well, yeah, it's revealed. Well, it's mentioned that the Phantom Troop all have spider tattoos somewhere in their body.
Okay.
So when it's revealed, it's like, oh, he's part of Phantom Troop. Oh, wait. It's just a texture surprise on his back. So yeah, he's not.
So he basically goes around doing what he wants.
Yeah, he's tricking everybody, and apparently, I mean, at right now, it just seems like all he cares about is killing people.
Yeah, no, I mean that's Hisoka's entire character is I want to kill strong people. Like he gets murder boner. Like that's his reason for existence.
Yeah. And then they mentioned something about a big mission that's coming up. Like I think she said like August 30th in York New.
Yeah.
So
that's probably going to be a teaser for something.
So Goon's like, man, I bet that fight was great. Klo was like, nah. And then he's like, I'm just kidding. I had no fucking idea what was going on.
I like how Hisoka is so confident himself. He's willing to sacrifice both his arms because he knows he already has the match won.
He knew they can grow back.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
It would be funny. It would be funny if he went there and he's like, "Wait, where's Machi?" Okay.
Oops.
I'm in trouble. Oops.
I should have checked first.
Yeah.
Well,
you see the versatility with Nen. Like Machi has her Nen strings.
Yeah.
Nen stitches. I mean, so
like
Nen
like you can do a lot of stuff with it, but but you can't do everything.
Yeah, like it's mentioned, you can't be a one-trick pony. You need to
you can't
the road as right for you.
Well, no, I mean you mean jack of all trades.
All trades, yeah.
Yeah, like generally, and I mean we're gonna find this out more in like the next couple episodes. But the more specialized you make your Nen, generally the better you are gonna be. Which sounds weird, but actually does work quite well.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this girl has any other powers, which she didn't show them off.
Well, I mean, that's basically what she does.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we should move on to Naruto Shippuden.
So,
Wait,
oh,
Cry
Naruto,
now.
Naruto Shippuden episode 139, The Mystery of Toby. I think we solved the mystery of Toby, you guys.
I don't want
he's
a
a,
mystery of
he's immune
Toby.
to fire.
I want Toby to go away. That's what I want.
Oh boy. So I
Out
said it.
loud. I've seen it before, but I laughed out loud when Toby
When he just drops the stupid voice, he's just like, "Okay, let's get serious. I'm gonna kill everyone in this room."
Yeah.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. It has not been explained, and there is no reason that he ever acted like an idiot.
Honestly, you're absolutely right. It's just one of those things that,
There's a little something that's very badly explained, if that makes any sense. But
it's
I don't want
horribly
to give
explained. Let's be real.
because it makes no sense for it to be that way. But you'll find out when we get there in like 200 episodes. Oh god. Whew.
Oh, God, just shoot me. I don't want it. I don't want this world.
So anyway,
eyes just activate and he's on fire. So it's like
That would have been hilarious if that had been the end of Toby. Just like,
That
oh
would-
god, fuck!
Oh, God, that would have been fantastic.
series over.
Well, I mean, at least that's the end of that,
well, you guys were pimping up something like some big reveal.
I thought
that's
it happened
next
this episode.
Yeah, we thought it was this episode. The bullshit is next episode. And
Okay, so what's the next one?
yeah, I still would have rather had the Sharingan tank. At least that would have been fucking cool.
Well, you're talking about it like I've seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what's going to happen yet. So we'll see.
No, I mean, this is pretty clearly the point where the show starts to go off the rails.
Okay.
The next canon arc is generally very good outside of the ending, which some people don't like. I'm okay with it, but
I don't like the ending, but
yeah, I mean, I don't mind it as much as some other people do, but it's generally the last really good arc of the series.
Everybody in the thread was commenting on how Kiba is the Yamcha of this series.
He kind of is.
But he is.
Like, he gets his ass beat by a fart. Naruto farts in his face, and that's it. No, Rock Lee at least beats, looks good doing it. Kiba loses, he gets his face farted in, and
he has one attack.
Yeah, and he's kind of got a little crush on Hinata, but nah, he ain't get that. You just gotta feel bad for the guy at a certain point,
So I'm trying to remember what else happened. I mean, I just know that what's his face, the insect guy, was doing his thing.
Criminally underused character, but you can say that about most of the supporting cast in this series.
Yeah.
I still think it would be better off if they had gone, sort of the one good thing Filler Hell did was constantly mixing up the makeup of the teams. I feel like that sort of structure would have been better, but whatever.
Yeah.
I love how the fact that they gathered up all these people and it's like they're just a complete fucking waste of time. They do nothing. Because the only characters in this series are Naruto and Sasuke.
Yep.
And sometimes Kakashi.
Sometimes Kakashi.
Yeah. We did get to see some perfect team this episode.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, we got Teenage Girl, Slippery When Wet, and Birdman.
Yep. They showed up.
No, it's Android 16.
Android 16, yeah.
Oh, right. Android 16, Slippery and Wet, and actual Teenage Girl.
I like how Kisame just was so nonchalant about Itachi dying. Oh, Itachi's dead. I guess I'll stretch my wings and be a free bird now.
I'm going to go chill and shit. I can't be bothered.
Well, you know what? I don't blame him for leaving the series if that's what he's doing.
Nah, he's coming back later.
Hey,
I'm sure.
You don't leave Naruto until,
You did.
Even then,
Yeah, even then.
But,
Yep. So anyway, yeah, plant guy shows up. Naruto's like, "Who's the heck's that guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know who he is either. I think he's been around, but
Naruto's like, what the fuck is that?
I'm deeply confused by this.
he looks like. You guys remember that old classic Star Trek episode with the half white, half black face people?
Oh God.
That's what he looks like every time I see him.
He might be based on them. I don't know if Kishimoto's a Star Trek fan.
Probably not.
Can anyone confirm?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure he's seen a bit of Star Trek in his time.
I mean, who hasn't?
I did. I guess. Okay, if I want to be polite, I will say that I did kind of like the scene where evil Toby is having that conversation with Sasuke.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of tense, and you're like, I mean, I wish they would have revealed who he is. And then somebody was in the thread. It's like, oh, you're not going to see his face for like years. And I'm like,
no.
it was such a freaking tease.
Oh yeah.
You'll catch a glimpse of it, but it's just enough so that you can't really tell. But you'll think it's something. But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked. I mean, it was an okay scene. I'm just saying, like, at least that was more entertaining than watching them like just try to get Toby for 15 minutes and just failing and being like, okay, it's getting old. We get it. He's too strong. Or he has some power where he can like become ethereal or something. I don't get it. So
it's bullshit. Don't worry about it.
You could feel Naruto getting more pissed off as the episode progressed.
That does remind me, though. There was that scene where Naruto is like, "Why can't I catch up to him? Why can't I get to him?" And I think everybody in the thread was like, "Why are you trying?
Yeah, seriously.
He doesn't like you."
He doesn't. Oh my. It just highlights one of the many problems I have with the Naruto Sasuke. So
Yeah, I mean it's just bullshit. like they didn't spend enough time together to warrant any of this shit.
They never had and again, I didn't see all of the original stuff, but I never saw a scene where Naruto and Sasuke like bonded as friends. He was always like, loser, get away from me attitude.
Yeah.
Like at most, they had a few moments of grudging respect, and that's it.
Yeah, and begrudgingly, in the sense it's like, all right, I guess he did okay there.
All right, I guess you aren't a complete poop face.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not exactly how friends are made.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they weren't even friends before. They were just like, they just knew them. They just knew each other. They just knew each other.
Like
they hate each other.
Like they were at the point where they tolerated each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like 3 arcs away from being like, you know what, you're kind of cool. They were like they were 3 arcs away from being like, let's fist bump.
Like in any other series, they would now be nemesis. They would be against each other, right?
Yeah.
But in this series, it's like one of them actually really wants to like the other one. It's like, that doesn't make sense.
Like, get the hint, take the hint. Even if I think Naruto would still just be, just be trying to get up, trying to get to him. Like, come back, Sasuke! Sasuke-kun!
Sasuke-kun!
No, my weeb is leaking out again.
Anyway, so enough of that garbage. Let's move on to One Piece. One Piece episode 373. The end of the battle is nigh. Pound in the finishing move.
It sure was pounded in all right.
Yeah,
it was. Oh, B-dubs.
I'm sorry.
He didn't like our Naruto discussion, bro.
He was like, "You're talking shit about Kiba?"
Well, the cool thing is, nobody could have predicted that they would show the uncut We Are remix opening.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I was like,
surprised
what
by
the
that.
fuck? Give me my full sound effects JoJo opening.
Wait, what happened?
Like,
They
we
played
talking about-
We Are Remix uncut.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
then they
now it's 2
and then they literally
minutes.
and then they literally took the sound effects JoJo opening and then cut that. And
They
it's
probably
like,
did the whole thing by
That broke
accident.
my heart.
that's just waving it in our face and then taking it away at the last moment. Jeez.
Well, I mean, it's to their credit, that is the normal thing to do. If because you could make an argument that the JoJo ending wasn't that, or opening wasn't that different.
I mean,
Whereas this is a completely new OP.
you
Yeah.
could. It's the exact same opening, but with sound effects. But if they pull that shit in part 3 and 4, that is unacceptable.
Oh, there's a certain opening in part 3 and part 4 where if they don't, I will be really upset.
Oh,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure B-Dubs knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
So,
Well, you should probably start like dropping hints to DeMarco then.
hey, DeMarco, it's a well done. Okay.
But no, so I actually really like this remix. We Are.
Me too.
No,
I
it's
like
good.
it. It's not my favorite opening, but we got it in all its 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Glory.
I had enough time to go get a snack, come back before it ended. So
It's kind of. I don't think this is stylistically. I don't think this is one of the better openings, just because of all like them walking and running on the beach stuff.
Yeah.
But I do like the whole like montage of all the past good characters, and then showing the villains. And
Yeah, that's
you get
my
to
favorite
see
part.
Vivi. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all cool stuff to see. It's like a nice recap for the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. 10th anniversary to celebrate the 10th anniversary for the anime, or was it the manga? Not too sure.
It was probably the
yes.
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think the manga's getting on 30 at this point.
But
Yeah, 30. Well, 20. I think 20.
Yeah, I
30
think this is.
JoJo.
I think this is the 20th year.
Yeah, 2017 should be the 20th anniversary.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
All
be it's gonna be the 20th anniversary. And boy, you can't keep these strong.
Hello?
You just get back up like cockroaches.
Oh yeah, this is the
Yeah.
arc where people just won't fucking stay down.
Well,
Yeah.
they're zombies.
Like, hey, look, Absalom is down. No, he's not. Prune
now
is
he's
down.
Nope.
No, she's not. Ors is down like 3 times. No, he's not.
Yeah, not to spoil anything, but Philip Bark has a lot of false endings, so
Yeah.
It's like the Return of the King arc.
It
Yeah,
just
kinda.
doesn't end.
It's like Fade to Black. Just kidding. Fade to
But
Black.
at least the
Just
things that are
kidding.
happening are kind of interesting. Like, we got this awesome team
Yeah.
attack in this episode, which was really really amazingly
Mhm.
well animated.
Yep.
oh yeah.
Including even more of Frankie's bullshit fast carpentry.
He
It's like
made
I built this windpipe in like 5 minutes.
he's better than Mr. Freeze.
Oof.
Great to see all the Straw Hats work together like this. This is easily one of my top 5 Philip Bark episodes.
Yeah.
And like 2 of my top 5 would be in the very end of the arc.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I was trying
Oh.
to say, it's like there's a lot of false endings, but I think each time we get one there, it's cool. It's like I know what's going to happen next, and I know what's going to happen after that in this arc, and it's all kind of like, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I
Yeah,
especially
yeah, like
We're not
the
done
payoffs
quite
was-
yet.
Yeah, we still have a giant gecko thing to take care of.
yeah.
this is like this is really like one of the only time, like the first time in the series like a villain just straight up goes one-winged angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it is. Like, I don't think none of the rest of them have sort of, oh, no, wait. Eno went some crazy,
Well,
like,
that was just
mode
kind of like a
form.
big
Jin.
lightning thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, he had some crazy, like, transformation thing where he was at
didn't-
full
he didn't
power,
cha-
and then he
he
got
didn't-
wrecked.
He didn't change his body really.
I mean, he changed enough that it looked like really like cool and menacing, and if it had been anyone but Luffy, he'd have been in
And
trouble.
he was fat too. He was
Yeah.
a fat lightning god.
Man,
Wapol
really gets it with that last attack.
Oh, definitely.
It's
I
like,
liked how they. Oh, go ahead.
giant lightning thing. Here, take this.
Can't be bothered.
I liked how they changed Moria's voice as he was getting bigger and bigger. He was like getting deeper and deeper. Like they did a good job with his voice stuff there.
Like eventually, he just kind of sounds like he's gurgling and trying not to throw up all the shadows, and he looks like it too because it's like all stuffed in his throat. It's like, but no, that's a cool cliffhanger to end the year on.
Oh, definitely.
I was waiting for the count to show, be like, 1,000 shadows.
2,000 shadows.
But no, what do we think of like the Straw Hats versus Oars fight overall? Because it's like several episodes.
Yeah, it just goes on.
I thought
But
it was
it's really good. It's got like
it started, I think, 7. Was it 6 or 7 episodes ago? I think about maybe 6 episodes ago. It's overall. I really like this fight because it's a team up. You really don't see the Straw Hats team up together to fight a single enemy very often in One Piece.
or ever.
Yeah, or ever really. But I really like how they all contribute in some fashion or another. Like, Usopp contributes, Chopper contributes, Robin contributes.
Yeah.
Trust me, guys, you're gonna want to get used to robbing.
They just
no.
they don't just contribute, but they contribute in the way that there's like their specialty.
Yeah.
So it's like this is like these fights in Thriller Bark are like showing the Straw Hats as a team more than any other fight, where they're actually teamworking stuff, not just two people punching.
Yeah, and Chopper's really like the brains of the entire thing because he's the one who comes up with the idea to strain Oars' back, and all the damage. He's the one who mentions you got to damage his right arm because that's his weak point, and it eventually comes back. He can't use. So I like that.
Like this fight has like 3 different epic combo attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Like remember when Sanji was kicking building pieces like Jenga? He's just like Jenga.
Yeah, people forget how strong Sanji is. He's legitimately really strong. He can kick buildings.
Yep.
But
so Oars' body is broken, like fatality, bones destroyed.
Like you got wrecked.
like that was an X-ray finisher, literally.
Yeah, it's an X-ray out of Mortal Kombat. He's still conscious, but he can't move his body. He doesn't feel any pain. So,
Well, he's not conscious anymore because Moria's got all the shadows now.
Right.
Yeah, he's now back to being a corpse.
Just a big
ass corpse.
But man, I tell you that Thriller Bark's gonna smell pretty soon.
It doesn't already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it should have a faint odor with all the zombies around.
Well, I think now they're gonna like really start to rot.
Yes.
Oh, and because Moria was getting all the shadows, we got to see like some other characters show back up, like Sindri, for just a moment.
Yeah. It's like, hey, look at Sindri. Hey, Sindri's dead.
Yeah.
There's Absalom unconscious. I don't feel sorry for him at all.
No.
Man, fuck Absalom.
I kept thinking when I was watching it, it's like, hey, he didn't take Absalom's shadow. And then I remembered, oh, wait, Absalom isn't a zombie. He's just a weird dude.
Yeah, he's just a dude with the face of a lion.
But the good news for Absalom now, Moria has Lola's shadow, so we're in the final stretches of Thriller Bark.
Yeah, for people who don't know, like we're in the battle, we're in the final battle now, sort of, and then there's like a post arc kind of wrap up that's pretty good. Like it's really good.
Like it's the best part of the arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think it's
too long. Well, we just came off of Water 7 Enies Lobby, so if you made it through that, then you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we get past the the sort of wrap up part of Thriller Bark, which I think is only like 6 or 7 episodes, then it's all new stuff, which is awesome.
Yay! It's the best
Don't
arc
cheer
after
yet.
this.
Yep,
Oh yeah, best arc in One Piece in my.
totally
and
agree.
After that, like a string of good arcs, but
Yeah.
pacing is going to show his ugly head in a few arcs soon. So
Yep.
brace
Yeah,
yourselves.
well, I mean, basically, after this next upcoming arc, the pacing just kind of fails the material.
But good
Yeah.
news, good news. I'm not giving any spoilers, but the next 4 arcs are short-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's on the same page that the next big arc, the one that comes right after Thriller Bark, is just like
It's good.
is so good.
Mm-hmm.
2017 is going to be a great year.
It's gonna be so good.
Boy.
But we'll see you again in 2017 for
Yes.
episode 37 and the ToonamiGAF Awards, which I will be
Ooh.
posting relatively soon in the thread.
Yay.
The
Yay!
Gaffies.
The
You're now
Ga-
calling them the Gaffies.
No, that's
The Gaffies. Yes.
Well, we shouldn't crib too much from the Toonami show rundown.
They call it the Gaffies
Yeah.
too?
No, they call it the Tommies.
Oh.
We'll be the
All right.
Sarah E's.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.